Welcome back, everybody. We're here today with another Meet the Team video. Tell us your name and your role here at Southern Response.
My name is Brooke, and I'm an industrial recruiter here.
Okay. And Brooke, you've been here right at a year. We just celebrated last week your 1 year.
Yeah.
Looking back on the year you've been here, what's some big takeaways or what do you enjoy most about being here?
I really enjoyed the different jobs that I got to touch, the different crafts that I don't normally work with, but also the atmosphere of Southern Response is really good.
And this one, from your previous work experience, is a little different experience where you're getting to touch kind of like multiple things. Here, your role as a recruiter is a little different than most because you manage one of our largest accounts. So typically we kind of spread out the accounts amongst recruiters, and you're basically just over one account here.
Yeah.
But with the availability that we have here, you're still able to touch other ones. What do you feel about like that? Like, how does that make you feel, just being over one, or managing our largest or one of our largest accounts?
No, I really like the way that we have it set up. I've had it set up different ways before, and I enjoy that I only really have to worry about that account, and in the downtime that I have, if they're not busy, I can kind of put it down and pick up other things, which is good for me.
And there's multiple skill sets, so it's not like you're just dealing with welders or something. Like, you're dealing with all kinds of, even some technical stuff here and there with them. I think we just filled a technical spot with them. So you're getting to touch multiple things, even though it's just one client, it doesn't feel like one. And because your placements are so large out there.
Yeah.
On to the next thing, something exciting. I want to recall it was like your first day here, you were actually pregnant and you didn't know yet, and then you shortly found out after. So we got pregnant Brooke for like the whole first time.
Yeah.
Tell us about being a new mother and balancing your roles.
Well, it's definitely been a lot becoming a new mom, and I was joking the other day saying that, I'll have a bottle in one hand and then like on the phone call in the other hand, like talking about work. So it's been a lot, but my husband's been a huge help being able to let me continue to work because that's what I want to do.
Yeah, I know typically you're like some of your family stay-at-home moms and stuff, so we had that conversation of, are you coming back, or what do you want to do? And I think the love for you have it, which is cool for us to see, where you cared so much that you've really balanced the two of them really well. And then, Whitley, she's so sweet. She's how old now?
4 months.
4 months.
Mm-hmm.
So you hadn't even got to the good part yet. When you have a phone in your hand and then a screaming, hollering little baby, I'm sure she's done that.
Mm-hmm.
When they get about 2, 3, and they're like just talking nonstop, and you're trying to get on the phone, you have to run out of the house so you can deal with work.
Yeah, for sure.
But I'm sure that's been fun. We've loved having you here. Loved watching you be a new mother. We love when Whitley gets to come along with us. She had a work day not too long ago.
Yes, she did, and everybody took care of her.
Yeah, having that atmosphere. But we'll go into the culture here, because that's a big steeple of our culture, like what we're about, family oriented. How has that been, like the culture here?
It's been so nice, and like you said, she wasn't able to go to daycare that day, and I didn't know what to do, so I called Misty and I said, hey, I don't know what to do, and she said, just bring her in, it'll be fine. And it really was. We were able to get so much work done, but also everyone got to love on her and see her. So it was super nice, because I know not everyone gets that.
Yeah, that's part of what we do is being flexible, and of course, if you can come in and work, it's always a plus, and then to have people that you trust and that want to help you kind of take care of her when she's in here that allows you to still work. And I mean, and she's just feeling all the love. I joke around. I say I'm gonna start a daycare for all our kids one day. I might. So let's get into the recruitment side of things. What's your favorite part about being a recruiter?
My favorite part about being a recruiter is being able to learn so much about the trade specifically, because I know that if I wouldn't have gone this route with my career, I never would have known anything about it, and I wouldn't have been able to speak to all of the people and make the impact and just talk to people I would have never known.
Yeah, that's something that I really like. I don't think a lot of people understand what we do and how it works and stuff. Like, you can really bring somebody in, because you were in the dental field before, not before here, but or one of your previous jobs.
Yeah, similar.
Nothing. You've never done anything industrial until the last few years. So you come in, you didn't know what a welder was.
Right.
Like, you didn't know what any of the industrial style field was, and just to see the knowledge that you know now, like you talk to these guys every single day. You can question them, like really dig deep, and that's kind of like what we are. That's what we like to do, is like have those kind of green people. Like, it's always good to have people with industrial knowledge, but sometimes that kind of gets in the way of learning new things, because these trades, I mean, they change up so much. But that's always cool to see, is like you can take somebody that has, like, even their family has no background in industrial space or construction, all the places that we touch, and you can bring them in here and like you pick up on it so quick. Like, some of the stuff you work on here, you didn't really ever work on over there, or you haven't worked on in the past. What's been the biggest like tool to learn and gain that knowledge?
Honestly, it's just been interacting with people. The more that I call, and I'll be transparent with someone and say, I've never worked on this before. What can you help me? Even if you're not interested, now that I have you on the phone, what can you tell me that will help me? And they help me the most.
So just talking, conversation.
Yeah.
So being open, just willing to learn. I say it all the time. It don't matter who you're in contact with. Like, you can learn something from every person, whether it's a VP or a big executive or CEO or just a everyday blue collar worker. Like, you can learn something from every individual you speak to. So being open to that, and not thinking that just because you know these things and shutting off and not listening to them. So many people hang up the phone. Oh, you're not interested?
Yeah.
Bye. I gotta continue to work.
For sure.
But so research is big on that. You look into a lot of the specifics of it.
Yeah, definitely.
And as far as like the industrial side, because you're primarily on the industrial stuff that we do. How is that? Like, what do you enjoy most about the industrial field?
Like I said, I enjoy talking to people I never would have, learning stuff I wouldn't have. It's just completely different than anything I've ever done before.
Yeah. Do you like new, exciting things?
Definitely.
Like challenges?
Yeah, definitely.
I knew at first you were like a little worried, having to do multiple things, because I think at first we had you like a few different clients that kind of set up, and then we worked our way up with this one, and we had to dedicate you towards that, and you have super solid relationship with your clients that you deal with. But I know you're a little worried about that, but it's always exciting to get out of that comfort zone a little bit. What qualities, when you have somebody on the phone, if you're hiring for one of your jobs out there, what qualities are you looking for?
Definitely the way that they represent themselves over the phone, the way that they speak. Are they laying down in bed talking to me, or are they, oh, hold on one second? The way that they talk. And then you can also tell eagerness a lot of times over the phone. Not like, oh, I'll get to it later. It's let's do this right now.
And sometimes like it's just not a fit, whether it's it's not a fit for them, for us, or us to them, or them to the client that we're working in. What advice do you give them to continue on their job seeking quest if we can't help them?
That just differs on what position I'm working on. I do not mind if I can't find you a job. Let me find someone else who can. I seen they're hiring.
I just heard you do that, like before we stepped in here. I just heard you do that on the phone, and that's something I don't think a lot of people do. I mean, because you get paid based on your time. You're on a commission structure, like everything. So take an extra bit of time to know that person's not qualified enough for what you have, but to tell them, hey, because in the industry, like we all know who's hiring for what.
Of course.
We see it, we track it, like everybody's looking. So that's something I feel like that sets us apart, because the individuals that we have on our team are doing, I don't require that of you.
Yeah.
Like, that's just what Brook does.
Yeah.
So knowing that and having like that, it just speaks to our culture. That's super cool.
Yeah.
I started smiling when I seen you did that. I thought it was good. A lot of people wouldn't do that. They don't care. But here is like, we care about the individual that we're trying to place. We care about the client.
Mm-hmm.
If we can't help them, we want to help them somehow.
Of course.
If it's not with us, with somebody else.
Yes.
So there's always in staff, and the reason I like it is because there's cool stories behind it. There's successful placements. There's, you put somebody here and they went and started working for the client directly, and then they've, a few years down the road, they built up. There's always those cool stories. What's one that you have?
One that sticks out to me, and it's exactly what you're saying. Basically, someone said to me, I'm just looking for my footing. I don't know exactly, what I want to get into. Well, I put them somewhere and I said, we'll just see where it goes. I don't know much about the client. They were supposed to go out to their shop that Monday. I called them and I was like, hey, just checking in, making sure you made it. And he said, they flew me out. I'm out of town and I'm getting to work. He ended up making, very good money. He enjoyed the job. And it was it's a great feeling watching someone get a good opportunity from something that you did for them.
And it can go so many different ways that you never know. You can hire somebody to go push a broom somewhere, and then what they do with the opportunity that you give them is on them. And it's that gratification, like not toward, not to say, oh, wow, look at Brooke. It's all about what they do with the opportunity that you give them, but knowing that you have an opportunity to change the direction of somebody's life. That's what I love about it.
Yeah.
What do you think makes Southern Response different from other staff and employment agencies?
A lot of what we've mentioned, it would have to be how faith-based, number one. Also like family-oriented, being able to bring my daughter up. Not everywhere gets to do that. Nowhere gets to do that. And then just having, everyone has my back here. It's a great culture. So all of those things.
And that's it's a continuous thing that we've developed throughout the years since me and Tripp took it over, and then all you guys come on, and it's just continuously evolving and adapting. So it's just continued throughout the years to get better and better. It's been cool to see where we were to where we are now. The team that we have, I can't talk good enough about the team we have. It's enjoyable. I think y'all think that I'm playing when I say that I literally do not like to be in here, because the atmosphere is good. I enjoy coming in every single day. What motivates you to come to work every single day?
Definitely my family. But also knowing that, I am a young woman.
Mm-hmm.
I did not go to college. So trying to find my footing and finding a career that, I can make an impact is important to me.
Sometimes it's not. I mean, we all want to make good money. We all want to take care of our families, but it's not so much about what we can do for ourselves. It's like, how can I get paid to help other people?
Yeah.
That's what I like about it. It's like we're getting paid to help other people, and then we're, supporting our families. We're taking care of everybody here. Like, it's just the revolving door with it. It's so good. All right. Well, I think that's all the questions I had. I enjoyed sitting down with you. I always love to talk with you, B. If somebody's looking for a new job, new career change, how do they get in touch with you?
You can always send your resume in to my email address, but you can also go to my Facebook page, Be Hired.
So go like, subscribe, share, shoot your information in. She'll see what she can hook you up with.